Most times I always tell people that I'm very desperate. When I use the word that I'm very, very desperate, people think, we've heard that word desperate for a very long time. But a lot of people have come to associate that word as a bad word. It's not. It is the action you take after being desperate that determines if you are a bad person or a good person. It's like when the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. The fact that you love money so much. I love money. We all love money, right? But it is the things you push yourself to do in order to achieve that money in a very wrong way that makes the love of money to be evil. Now, when I often tell people I am a desperate person, I'm very desperate to succeed. See, I'm from a background where 99.9% of the people from my background were never wealthy, were never successful. And if I am not desperate to succeed, I may never ever, not even once, succeed in anything that I'm doing. If I'm not desperate to succeed, I will not push myself beyond my weakness. If I am not desperate to succeed, hi Bridget, if I'm not desperate to succeed, I will not push myself beyond my weakness. See, there are days, I'm one of three. There are days where I'm tired. There are days I just want to sleep in. There are days I don't want to. But when I remember the fact that I have a business to run, I have money to be made. I came from a family where a lot of my forefathers down the generation were very unsuccessful. Is that the life I want for my children? Is that the legacy I also want to leave for myself? When I think of that, I jump out of bed. I don't sleep. I don't sleep in the afternoon. Most of the times I don't sleep at night. My baby is 4 months old. I don't sleep at night. But the times I'm supposed to use to sleep during the day, I put in the work in my business. I put in the work to make videos for my YouTube. I put in the work to make videos for my personal channel because I'm also trying to build almost all of my platforms at the same time. Because when I look at it at the end of the day, if I don't put in this work at this age of mine, I may never have the time again. Is it when I'm old that I will do it? Or is it when my kids are grown, I'll start giving them excuses? Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't make it out of my own life to give you the good life that you also deserve. I cannot give my children excuses. I cannot give my children excuses. And aside from my children, me myself, I want to live that good life. You see that vacation? I like to go on vacation. I like to wear good clothes. I like to look good. I like to have my own money and spend it and live in the good house and drive the good cars. I like to be successful. I like to impact people around me. I like to be blessed to be a blessing to others. I like to be uh, um what's the word should I use now? Maybe destiny helper to someone else. Do you understand? And if I'm not successful enough, if I've not built my life enough, I will not be able to be that to someone else. I'm very desperate to succeed. I tell people a lot of times, I am very, very desperate to succeed. Thank you. Hi. I'm very desperate to succeed. I don't care what people think about desperation. I don't care what people think or what they perceive the word desperacy to be. But I'm desperate. I'm very desperate though. I'm not waiting for someone to come and hand over my dream life to me. I'm not waiting for someone to come and give me, because nobody will. Nobody ever will. The things I want, the life I want to live, nobody's going to hand it over to me. So I'm desperate to do it myself. I'm desperate to succeed as though my life depends on it. Because if not for anything, my children, I'm a mother now. I think of my children every day. Most times I talk to my husband and I tell him, see, I cannot make mistake. Or there are some certain kind of mistakes that I cannot afford in my life for the sake of my children. There are some certain things I cannot afford to fumble with for the sake of my children. And you'll be like, you and this your children, you and this your children. Yes, me and this my children. Because if I don't use my head in things that I do, I will make the mistake to the point where I will not have anything to teach my children. Do you know there are people today that ask that they always ask their parents, what were you doing when your mates were hustling? What kind of life were you living? That is Dangote not your mate? Is also person not your mate? I've heard it a lot of times. I've heard people my age asking their parents those kind of questions. I never asked my parents all of that. I used to be a very calm person. So growing up, I didn't have the courage to even go and ask my mother or my father, what were you doing? My mother is a cleaner. She's still a cleaner till today. She told me when I finished my secondary school that she cannot afford to train me in university because as a cleaner, she does not have the finance. Thank you. As a cleaner, she doesn't have the finance to train me in the university. And that was just the truth. Her monthly salary was not enough to train me in university. Now imagine me coming from that background. Is that what I want to tell my child tomorrow when she's done with secondary school? I'll tell her the same thing my mother told me. That generational cost that I'm handling down for myself, from my mother to me, from me to my. I want to break that chain. See, I want to break that chain of poverty. I'm from a very poor home. I'm from a very poor family, but I don't want to remain poor. When I tell people I'm desperate to succeed, they think maybe I want to go and do rituals, or I want to maybe as a girl start doing hook up or whatever it is. But no, that's not the case for me. I'm desperate to succeed, to do anything. If I have to stay all night awake to research about the things I need to say on YouTube, I'm ready to stay all night and research it. If I have to read 1,000 books, I pray I don't get to read 1,000 books because that would be so much. But then again, I'm just trying to tell you, whatever it is to find out that I need to do to succeed, I am willing to do it to the latter, no matter how tired I am, because I don't want to give any excuse whatsoever to my children. I don't want to live a life where I will keep depending on people. See, when you are not successful and you have a family, you keep depending on people. You keep calling people for help. You keep asking people for the bare minimum, for the basic necessity of life. Imagine you calling someone for house rent. House rent takes 1 full year. So for 1 full year, you were not prepared. You were not a full term, right? And 3 months. So for 3 good months, you did not save for that school fees. Is that what you're trying to say? That's because you were not doing anything productive enough in order to earn you the money that you need to pay your rent, to pay your children's fees, to take care of your kids. Everything is planning.